Hello Hivers, welcome to Honeybee Stamping Hive, where creative buzz is always in the air. I am Tashana Lundy, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Florida, serving customers all over the United States. And today we're going to be making another card using the bee products. So we have the Cutest Can Be designer series paper, Be My Valentine stamp set, the Meant to Be dies, along with the nested essential dies. Okay, so these are some of the products we're going to be using. And before we get started on our project, of course, we have to go over some buzzworthy business of the day. We have our Farmhouse Florals paper pumpkin kit that makes 9 whimsical cards. Classic stamping spot is going to be Secret C, which is an in color. And this particular paper pumpkin kit comes with an extra stamp set. Circle of the Season dies add-ons are available for $12. The item number is 167277, and these dies coordinate with July, August, and September paper pumpkin kits. I have a link in the description box below for you to sign up for the paper pumpkin if you haven't already done so. Next, we have our Stampin' Rewards program where you shop, earn, redeem, repeat. Earn 10% on all orders $20 or more, excluding tax and shipping. Redeem your rewards on future orders. Track and save rewards in your online Stampin' Up account. And those rewards do expire after 12 months of the earning date, okay? Next, we have our mystery boxes. These are the medium flat rate USPS boxes that I have stuffed full of new and used retired Stampin' Up products. I'm asking just $35 for each box. Shipping is included in that price. If you're interested, email me at stampwithshana@gmail.com. And that is all of our buzzworthy business for the day. So let's get started on our project. And again, I will be starting with the inside of our card. We have basic white, 3.5 by 4 3/4. And we are going to be, I think I'm going to use this side, adding a piece of designer series paper. And we are going to add this to some petunia pop. That is 5 by 3 3/4. The designer series paper is going to be cut down to 3.5, and it's 3 3/4 inch wide. So we're going to make it 3.5 inches long. So let me get my scissors so I can do that. Ooh. Then we're going to adhere this to our petunia pop, so we can get this put on the inside of our card base. And we're going to add this to our card base, which is pretty in pink, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So we're going to just add this right on the inside here, like that. Get our bone folder and burnish our score line down. Okay, let's move some stuff out of the way. We are going to start by, let's start by stamping. So I have a piece of basic white here that I've used the nested essential dies to die cut one of the smaller of this shape. And we're going to stamp Love You in petunia pop ink. Make sure that gets inked up really good. We're going to stamp that right in the middle, just like that. And then we are going to adhere this to a pretty in pink layer, the next size up. Now, I'm not telling you which size I use because I don't remember which one it was. It's just the one that fits, fits the sentiment that I wanted. Oh, no. I choose what sentiment I want to use, and then I go from there to find something that will fit it. Man, I got glue all on the outside of this. Okay, next, we're going to do some layering of designer series paper. This petunia pop is 5 1/4 by 4. Designer series paper is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8, and we're going to glue these together. Leaving just a small border all around. Guess I should turn my paper right side up so I can really see how things look. Okay, we have another piece of designer series paper here. This one is, what is this one? 2 1/4 by 3 7/8. And we're going to add this about almost all the way to the bottom, but not quite the bottom. We're going to add this right across our designer series paper here. Like this. Like that, like that. Okay. Just like that. Now I have some of the iridescent ribbon, the Petunia Pop online exclusive that is part of the Spooky Sweet Halloween suite of products. And we're going to use 2 strips of that with some tear and tape. Let me get some tear and tape to adhere this on. So I am going to, which side? Does it matter? Is there a right and wrong side on this? I don't know. I'm trying to see which way it curls. Well, we're just going to add this right here. I was going to use some cardstock to layer across here, but I thought, no, I want to put ribbon on this card, so I'll use ribbon because it's about the same size as the cardstock that I was going to use. So why not add a decorative ribbon? And it has sparkle to it. So we're going to add this ribbon at the top and bottom of this designer series paper piece. Come off my fingers. This is going to be super cute. I have to make sure I get it straight because when I add this tear and tape, it's not like I can release it, pick it back up, adjust it. I probably could, but tear and tape is not that forgiving. Okay, so now we're going to release the backings of the tear and tape and get this layer added down to our card base before we move on any further. So let's get some liquid glue. I'm going to put this glue over the tear and tape so I can get this placed where I want it before it grabs hold and sticks to my card base. So I want to make sure I have it just where I want it. Which is about right there. Okay. And then I have more designer series paper. So this designer series paper is 3/4 of an inch by 2 5/8. And this pretty in pink piece is 1 by 2 3/4. And then I took a retired punch and just bannered the ends, but you can banner it by hand. I just used the punch so they can both have the same like depth and angles of the tails. So we're going to layer this on like so. Just like this. Do like this. It's going to go all the way to the end there. Look like I can pull this down a little bit more. Get that centered on there good. You guys, sometimes I talk low. You guys have to tell me we can't hear you. Because I get into what I'm doing and forget. I need to speak up. We're going to add this right here. Like this. Like this. Try to get it right to the edge. Okay. And I think that's all we need the glue for. So now we're going to add our sentiment on dimensionals. So let me get some Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm going to pop this up on our card base. Remove those backings. Then we'll decorate our sentiment. And we're just going to put this right about here. Like that. Then I have these little flowers that I die cut using the Meant to Be dies and using the Petunia Pop cardstock. And We're going to place these at the bottom here. I put glue dots on the back. And we're just going to put these at the bottom of our sentiment label. Like that. Then we have a little bee I die cut, not die cut, but fussy cut from our designer series paper. And I'm thinking I want to put it over this side like that. So I want to put some dimensionals on the back of the wings here. I'm going to get one there. And another little piece. Just a little piece. I just need a little, something little. I use up all my little dimensional bits. We're not gonna waste any. Let me get some glue. So I need to put some glue on the back of this here. Remove the backs of our dimensionals. And let's add our little honeybee. Ooh. Make sure those wings are not on top of your label with the dimensionals. Now we just have to add our bling. So for that, I am using again the rainbow adhesive-backed dots. And we are going to add some of these fresh freesia to the flowers here. Let me see if this big one is too big for this flower. Nope, it's perfect. And then we're going to add these little ones in here, just like this. And we're going to call this card done. Isn't that cute? You know what I could do to jazz this up a little bit? Get some Wink of Stella and add it to our wings of our bee, just so it can have some glimmer up here. Let's put some on the heart too. Why not? Okay, that is our card done. Isn't that cute? Okay, you guys, that's it. That's all. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I would like to thank you for buzzing by the Hive today. Until next time, buzz you later. Bye.